The scorching sun beating down on the community pool like a relentless hammer. Chlorine stinging your nostrils. Kids' laughter echoing off the concrete like fireworks 1 second, then shattering into screams the next. I'm Jake Harlan, your average guy slinging burgers at a diner by night and playing hero as a lifeguard by day, and in that split heartbeat I dove in without a thought. Little Timmy. Blonde curls plastered to his forehead, eyes wide as saucers. Slipped under the water, silent and scared, while his mom, this woman we'd all later call Karen, scrolled her phone on a lounge chair, oblivious to the world. I hit the water like a missile, arms slicing through the cool blue chaos, lungs burning as I grabbed his tiny wrist and hauled him up. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Oh God! Was he breathing? A quick thump on his back, and there it was. A sputter, a cough, life flooding back into those little cheeks. Relief washed over me like the pool's ripples, my heart pounding a victory drum. I cradled him, water streaming off us both, and waded toward the edge, shouting for his mom. Ma'am, your boy's okay. He just needed a pull. But as I handed Timmy over the lip of the pool, something snapped in her eyes. Not gratitude. No, pure, venomous rage. You touched my baby? What the hell do you think you're doing? She shrieked, snatching him so roughly he whimpered, her manicured nails digging into his arm. The air thickened, that post-rescue high crashing into confusion. Had I heard right? I climbed out, dripping on the hot deck, blinking against the sun. I saved him, lady. He was under for a good 10 seconds. Her face twisted, veins bulging like rivers on a map gone wrong. Saved him? You're some creep in trunks groping kids. I saw you eyeing him earlier. Lies, pure, steaming lies, spilled from her lips like acid, drawing stares from every corner. The elderly couple nearby clutched their towels, whispering, "Did she just say that?" A teen with blue-streaked hair fumbled her phone, live-streaming the madness. My stomach dropped, a cold knot forming. This wasn't shock. This was war. She lunged then, faster than you'd think for someone in flip-flops, and a one-piece that screamed, "Suburban soccer mom." Her hand shot out, fingers tangling in my wet hair, yanking hard enough to send white-hot pain shooting across my scalp. "Get away from us, you pervert!" she hissed, her breath hot and sour with whatever energy drink she'd chugged. I staggered back, instincts kicking in to grab her wrist, but not before her other fist connected with my cheek. Crack! Like a branch snapping in a storm. Stars exploded behind my eyelids, blood trickling warm and metallic from a split lip. The crowd gasped in unison, a collective inhale that sucked the joy right out of the afternoon. What the? Pain throbbed, but worse was the betrayal, sharp as shattered glass. I just pulled a kid from the brink, felt his chest heave under my hands, and this was my thanks? Lady, back off, I growled, shoving her hand away gently. Too gently, maybe. While Timmy wailed in her arms, confused and clinging. She swung again, wild and unhinged, nails raking my shoulder. Police! Someone call the cops on this molester. Her voice cracked the air like thunder, heads turning, whispers turning to murmurs. Oh man, the injustice burned hotter than the sun on my skin. The metallic tang of blood mixing with chlorine, the distant splash of oblivious swimmers like a mocking soundtrack. Bystanders surged forward now, a human tide of outrage. The old man from the couple stepped up, his voice gravelly but steady. Missy, that boy's a hero. I saw the whole thing. Kid went under, he dove right in. His wife nodded furiously, fanning herself with a magazine. Shame on you, assaulting the man who saved your own flesh and blood. But Karen wasn't hearing it. She whirled on them, eyes wild as a cornered animal. Mind your business, you fossils. He's lying, he's one of those types. There it was, the twist slicing through the air like a knife. Her voice dripped with that ugly undercurrent, the kind that paints saviors as sinners based on nothing but prejudice. Those types, code for whatever hate she nursed in her heart, maybe aimed at folks like my buddy Alex from the diner, The gay barista who'd confided in me about stares just like hers. My blood boiled, not just from the sting on my face, but from the sheer gall. Sigh, deep, ragged, the kind that echoes in your chest when the world's gone sideways. How do you even respond to that? I'm gay, if that's what you're fishing for. I shot back, voice low but laced with fire, the words hanging heavy in the humid air. Gasps again, sharper this time. Her eyes widened, then narrowed to slits, confirmation bias lighting her up like a fuse. Knew it. That's why you were so handsy. Filthy predator. The slur hit like a slap, colder than the pool water, twisting my gut. Around us, the teens' phones captured every venomous word, comments probably flooding in already. WTF is wrong with her? Hero gets hate. Classic Karen. The argument escalated, a whirlwind of shouts and shoves. Her pushing past me toward the gate, Timmy sobbing louder now, his little face buried in her shoulder. Mommy, the nice man helped me, he mumbled, voice tiny against the roar. She froze for a split second. Did that pierce her armor? No. She shook it off, snarling over her shoulder. Stay away, or I'll sue you for everything. Frustration clawed at me, a bitter taste rising like bile. Why couldn't she just... See? The smell of sunscreen turned sour in my nose. The lifeguard whistle around my neck suddenly heavy as regret. Pool manager burst through the crowd then. Radio crackling, face red as a tomato. All right, everyone calm down. Ma'am, you need to leave now. She spun, incredulous. Me? That freak attacked us. But the evidence was mounting. Videos rolling, witnesses nodding like a jury already in session. The old couple handed over their statements on the spot. The teens uploading clips tagged Karen Meltdown. Karma's whisper started as a breeze, building to a gale. Cops arrived 10 minutes later. 2 officers, badges glinting under the sun. Taking my report while she paced, phone glued to her ear, lawyering up prematurely. As they cuffed her, not for the hit, but for disorderly conduct and child endangerment vibes from ignoring Timmy in the first place, her facade cracked. Tears streamed, mascara running black rivers down her cheeks. You don't understand, but the officer cut her off, calm as a summer storm passing. Ma'am, assault's assault, and slandering a good Samaritan? That's a whole other charge. Timmy reached for me from a social worker's arms, his small hand waving. Thank you, mister. Heartbreaker, that one. Pure innocence amid the wreckage. The climax hit like waves crashing. Her trial 2 months later, splashed across local news and viral TikToks. Entitled Mom Assaults Lifeguard Savior. Twist. Hate crime angle. Turns out, those types rant? Straight up bias, the kind that gets slapped with fines and community service. She lost custody battles, her perfect PDA life crumbling like dry sandcastles. Me? Bruises faded, but the story stuck. Invites to speak at Pride events. A bump in diner tips from folks who'd seen the vid. Alex high-fived me over coffee one dawn. Steam rising like new beginnings. Karma's a beach, huh? And here's the justice that lingers, warm as that first post-dive breath. In a world quick to judge shadows, one act of kindness can drown out the noise. Stand tall, dive deep, because heroes aren't born in capes, but in the guts to pull someone up no matter the splashback. What's your story of unlikely saves? Drop it below. Let's spread the good ripples.